Hello Taurus, and welcome to the Green Woman Tarot. This is your reading for the next 2 weeks, which is from the 26th of April to the 10th of May 2021. And it's a general reading just to see what sort of energies are around you at this time, to see what's on the cards for you. But before we delve into the tarot reading, I need to consult the oracle. And this is the Compendium of Witches Oracle I'm using today, just to draw a couple of cards from to start your reading off with. So let's see what words of wisdom the mysterious oracle has for Taurus for the 26th of April to the 10th of May 2021. What messages are here for Taurus for the next 2 weeks? What messages are here for Taurus for the next 2 weeks? What does Taurus need to know now? So I'm just going to fan the deck out and select a couple of cards. And let's see what you get. You have the Priestess and Brer. So the Priestess is about initiations, a rite of passage. So that might be a bit of a trial, but it brings you wisdom and authority and opens up new beginnings for you. So there's the Priestess with a rite of passage, an initiation. And then you've also got Brer, which speaks of boundaries, the importance of knowing your boundaries, keeping them, and perhaps, we'll see how the reading goes, it may even imply that you need to break free of your boundaries and spread your wings and try a new, sort of open up things, go beyond your usual boundaries in as you transform, as you become someone new, as you enter this initiation. So it sort of speaks a lot of a difficult new beginning, but something that brings a lot to you, and that sort of brings you to a better position, gaining wisdom, gaining knowledge, gaining strength. So you have the Priestess and Brer. So let's see what is on the cards for Taurus for the 26th of April to the 10th of May 2021. What messages are here for Taurus for the next couple of weeks? What does Taurus need to know at this time? So this is the Druid Craft Tarot, and I'll be using this today to do my usual 8-card spread for you, which is the first 2 cards depicting you, where you are now, your current situation. And then the second 2 cards, the second 2 cards will highlight the challenges that you face at this time, with the following 2 cards offering some guidance from Spirit as you move towards the final 2 cards, which may reveal your possible outcome to this period. It'll certainly show what will become prevalent as you exit this time. So let's see what you get. You have the 7 of Pentacles and Strength, where you begin. And then you have the Queen of Pentacles and the 4 of Swords as your challenges, with the 6 of Swords and the Princess of Cups as your guidance cards. And that leads you towards the Three of Cups and death, which is your, your initiation. And then you've got at the bottom of the deck the King of Swords, which is about mastering your intellect, using your headology, using your wisdom and your discernment in order to make important decision. It sort of shows that he wields his authority here, but he doesn't use it unless necessary. So he's quite a disciplinarian energy, very unyielding in many ways, and totally focused or totally situated with the mind rather than emotions in the heart. So it's, sort of, as you see here, there's a new day dawning. He's sitting on a solid foundation, and he's, using his integrity, his good judgment in order to rule, to lead with authority and discipline. And that's sort of like your underlining energy, sort of needing to master, to find a solution or to master your mind, your integrity, to keep your head above the clouds, as so to speak, and sort of think and make decisions with your mind, with logic and wisdom, rather than with your heart, with your feelings. So where you are now is, you're called to be patient at this time. It seems that you've already sort of set things going in progress. This is about having planted a garden and waiting for the crops to ripen. So it speaks of having attained some degree of success, but needing patience to wait, to allow the results to come in their own time. There's nothing that can be rushed. And you're going to require, again, patience. The strength also speaks of patience, in as much as gently and slowly teasing out what you need in order to embrace that inner wildness and tame it in a gentle and compassionate way, rather than ruling with brute force. So I get a sense here, you're patiently waiting, gathering strength perhaps as time goes on. Your position is strong. There's no need to fight or argue. The sword, I don't know if you can see the sword laid down on the ground there. It sort of shows it's not a time for force. It's not a time for taking up arms and fighting. It's a time for patience and gentle persuasion, and simply waiting for things to come to their own fruition in the time it's needed. Your challenges is, you're needing to take time out to rest. And I get a sense here that maybe predecessing this, there's been a bit of arguments or mental anguish, and it's your challenge is to lay them aside and allow yourself to recharge, to recuperate, to rest. And there's this, fighting that impatience for the fruition of what you have begun, wanting the manifestation, the culmination of the results of hard work put into something. Needing to, and being able to do things in a slow and practical way. I get a sense here, what the cards sort of say is sort of, there's a need to slow down, a need to let things develop in their own time. Something is happening, but it can't be rushed. So putting, the challenge is not to fret, not to battle it, not to and not to rush it, to allow it to come to its natural fruition. And your guidance card suggests that, you know, you're moving from difficult times, from troubled times, to better, quieter, peaceful times. Your transition is aided. You've even got here the priestess who also fits in at the end of your spread about an initiation, stepping into a new role, stepping into a new phase. And, you know, even though that may be difficult and trying, it's something that's a positive development for you. And the Princess of Cups also sort of harkens, is this where you're moving towards finding that fascination for something, moving towards in being able to embrace something that is brings out the creativity and the curiosity in you. Get a sense that, you know, it's opening up new beginnings for finding friendship, finding connection with others, and I get a sense of you being led to a new group of people, because it leads you on to the Three of Cups, which is about comradeship, about celebrating joint efforts in something, celebrating together with friends, and feeling that love and that support, and moving towards this profoundly transforming time. The Death card is about an ending to something that is linked with the beginning of something new. So from one ending, a new door is opened and a new day begins for you. It sort of allows you to transform and to enter a new phase. You know, it's like something coming full cycle. The Death card is all about birth, death, and rebirth. And you know, I get a sense you're coming out of this a lot wiser, a lot stronger, more in control, having gained that control that you may be looking for, and that sense of authority. So where does the boundaries fit in? I get a sense of you moving on, you know, breaking free from restrictions, spreading your wings and transforming. This dragonfly here, you know, speaks a lot of transformation, and I get a sense of leaving old boundaries behind and expanding out through an ending, through a trial, through this initiation. And, you know, having come, when you come through that initiation, you'll see you leave this difficulty behind you, leaving troubled waters behind you, and moving towards feeling a sense of wholeness, a sense of being able to love and be loved. You know, it really seems to connect you with people who care for you and bring you to that comradeship that you may be yearning for. And it, you know, it sort of brings you to a state of transformation, which is linked with more authority, more control, and certainly wisdom and discernment. So it seems like big changes coming from something that you've set up, and, you know, you've sort of struggled with in some degree, but now it's time to lay down that struggle and just move through this transition stage. Allow it to carry you through. You know, it brings with you this wisdom, this discernment, this perhaps you know, knowing your own truth, your own identifying yourself, knowing who you are, and being able to claim that. It's just the sense I'm getting when I look at these cards today. So there you have it, Taurus. It seems a time for transforming, an initiation, and from that, a new sense of connectiveness with people who you can bond with, and also a sense of authority, maturity, and having, overcome this, you're more disciplined, you're more discerning and wiser. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed your reading and that it resonates with you. And if so, please remember to press the like, share and subscribe buttons, and then enjoy the next 2 weeks. And God bless you till we meet again.